Right, so what we got here is a battleships puzzle from the iNEWSPAPER. So you get 6 of these every week. What you've got to do is you've got this grid and you have to fit in all the battleships that are shown. So you get 1 with 4 segments, 2 with 3 segments, 3 with 2 segments, and 4 with 1 segment. Let's get started. What I tend to do, and I think this is a sensible way to do it, is fill in everything that's not a battleship. It's kind of like a process of elimination problem. So that's a 0, which means that in this column there ain't no segments of battleship. Okay, this one. So these generally are quite easy, but I've done this one before and it ain't that easy. This one is a bit tricky, which is why I'm doing it for you. Okay, so there's this one as well. Okay, you go for the low-hanging fruit and you pick the easiest things. By process of elimination, as I say, it becomes more obvious where stuff is going to go. So I've done all the zeros, and then this one, 1. Okay, so that means there's only 1 segment in that column. And then the other thing is there's actually instructions here. Ships are surrounded on all sides by water, including diagonally. That's a battle cruiser, 2 destroyers, 3 frigates, and 4 motor torpedo boats. So you've got these 2 motor torpedo boats, and they're completely surrounded by water, including diagonally. Same with this. Now, that can either be a 3-segment destroyer or a 2-segment frigate, but it's certainly surrounded by water, including diagonally. Now, even if it's one of these frigates, this one would be water. When you got that stage, you want to decide where these big ones are going to go. It's going to go one of these big numbers. It's got to be at least 4 in the number, isn't it? So that's 4. And we've got 4 blank ones across here. That's 6. And we've got 4 here that we can have. We've got 5 here, but see what's happening here. You've got all 5 blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of those have to be filled in. Okay, but there's not 4 in a row. Now, the same thing with the 6. You've got 6 blanks left. So all of those have to be filled. So it has to be that one, and this one. So this one has to be the battleship. Very, very neatly, as you can see. So again, that one's got to be surrounded by water. And the other thing is, not only do you sort of like circle these when they're complete, it's best to actually eliminate them from these ones that you have down here. So 2 MTBs, motor torpedo boats, and 1 battleship so far. And these have to be surrounded by water. So again, more process of elimination. The next thing I would do is look to see where these 2 destroyers go. This one is 5. Okay, so basically you have to have these. Okay, bear in mind they've got to be surrounded by water. Okay, so all these, there's not enough gaps, if you like, to have 5 in any other configurations. And again, surrounded by water. Now, you can see what I mean by process of elimination. So you're left with 3 again. So it has to be all of these 3. So that's done. That's done. 6 isn't done yet. I'm not quite sure what to do with that one. So what you've got is you've got 1 here, and that one needs to be filled in to complete this 6. Basically, can only be one of these motor torpedo boats, MTB. And that's 1 as well. Motor torpedo boats. I used to like the old Douglas Reeman novels. Torpedo Run. Motor torpedo boats during the Second World War. And made of plywood. And, they used to attack battleships with these plywood boats. The next thing you need to do is look at what you've got and look at what you can do with them. Now, this is where this one gets tricky. This one is a tricky one. I'll show you. I'll do another video with an easy one after this. If this is 4, you've got to have 3 of these blanks in play in a battleship. You can either have those 2. Bear in mind that you used this one up, haven't you? Oh, silly old daddy. I'm being sloppy. Okay, so you must do your little stock check. So you're left with 2 of these frigates and one motor torpedo boat. Going back to what I'm saying, this 4, you can either have those 2 and this one with a blank in between, or you can have those 2 and this one with a blank in between. Otherwise it's not going to work. How else are you going to do it? This one is now complete. Okay, so we'll do this one. You need 2 here, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, and you've got 3 in each one. So what are you going to do? So these columns are all in the same boat. If you look at this one along here, you've got 4. It can either be these 2 and that one with a blank here, or these 2 and that one with a blank here. So whatever happens, these 2 N1s of this group of 4 is in play. Now look, that says 2, so it means that that one is the only one, and this one here, that's for real. This 2 here, because it's only 2 and they've now been isolated because of this surrounding water, it must be this motor torpedo boat. Okay, so one of these has to be that motor torpedo boat, which means that I've somehow got to get 2 of these frigates out of these 7 cells. How do I do that? If I did a frigate this way horizontally, then what else am I going to do? I'm a bit stuck there. If I do a frigate horizontally here, I can have a gap there. Then I want to fill in another frigate here. Well, I could do it that way, couldn't I? And that's about the only thing that I can think of. Okay, so I'm going through in my mind what I can actually do, what configuration I can use, because I've basically I haven't eliminated yet. It's one of these 3, but I'm not sure which one. Now, because of this 2, it meant that this and this one are the only 2, so I legitimately was able to fill that in as a blank. Put you out of your misery. It's got to be this way around. Okay, so that's one of these frigates. So that means that it has to be surrounded on all sides by sea, okay, including diagonally. Now that one's complete now. This one's not complete. This one needs another one. It must be this. And this one needs a 2. Can't be that, because that one's definitely there. So that one is the other one. That is your motor torpedo boat. Okay, so I can cross that one out now. And then I'm left with this. And just check. You got 3. Sure. You got 4. Sure. You got 2. That one I should have circled a million years ago. This one I should have circled a long time ago. That one we've completed now, and this one was the last one we did. Okay, so all complete. In the weekday edition for iNEWSPAPER, you do get solutions. The other little thing I'll point out is I normally use a green or a blue pen to fill it all in, just to make it look like sea. Thank you very much. So if you like my videos, do consider subscribing. Thank you.